My dear students, as I told you that Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, he was an virtuous reader. He was very eager to study the new books and he wanted to get a new knowledge. So, as I told you about this the photograph, that this picture is belongs to Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Look here, look at this picture. So this picture belongs to Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. In the previous class, we are also going to study about the Dr. B.R. Ambedkar's as a student life. What about his student life and how he was influenced by the Mahatma Phule, and also how he was became a great leader of our India, and how that 14th Amendment of the USA, 14th Amendment of USA was influenced this Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, and how he became as elected as a legislative assembly member in Bombay, and how that he was struggling against the caste system of India. That how he became a struggling, or how he was satisfied his life for the sake of the student that depressed class peoples, or how that the people those who are depressed in our country or India. So like that, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar and also Mahatma Gandhi also they have to struggle with each other to develop the people those who are suppressed or depressed in our country or India. So Gandhiji also called that depressed peoples, those who are the exploited peoples in our India, called as Harijans. So like that Baba Saheb Ambedkar, he was elected as a Bombay Legislative Assembly in the elections under the Constitution of India Act 1935. Baba Saheb made effective contributions to the debates in the assembly, as with so many contributions means he made so many that seminars in the assembly. So that his faith for legislative work became evident to the whole nation. That our whole nation, they were remembering is Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, how he was going to make a constitution, and also how he was sacrificed his life for the sake of the depressed peoples or the suppressed peoples in India. Let us move in the next paragraph, that how that Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, he was to get most opportunities in our India. Let us, I want to read in the next paragraph. Look at the paragraph. Soon the Constituent Assembly of India afforded Dr. Ambedkar the opportunity to give the most notable and permanent shape to his social philosophy and to his undying faith in the dignity of human beings. Baba Saheb was not in the Congress, but it must be said to the credit of that our India. Here, the human being, the dignity of human beings, Baba Saheb was not in the Congress, but it must be said to the credit of the farsighted and objective leadership of Indian National Congress, that it requested Dr. Ambedkar to serve on the drafting committee of the Constituent Assembly and made him its chairman. As the chairman of the draft committee, Dr. Ambedkar anticipated every conceivable requestment of the new polity drawing from the examples and experience of other nations and the destinative needs of our own society. He raised brisk by brisk and magnificent edifice which now stands as the fundamental rights in the Constitution of India. There were of course other luminaries on the committee like Aladi Krishnaswamy Iyer, K.M. Munshi and N. Gopalaswamy Iyer, who also made crucial contributions to the process of constitutional making, who also made crucial contributions to the process of constitution making. But if there is one person who will be remembered as the pilot of the various provisions of the Indian Constitution, it will surely be Dr. Ambedkar. It developed on Dr. Ambedkar to explain with a combination of fact and frankness and utmost patience the meaning and scope of the different provisions of the draft constitution. He had Dr. Ambedkar also elected as a draft committee chairman. That Ambedkar, he developed on Dr. Ambedkar to explain with a combination of tact and frankness and most patience. The meaning and scope of different provisions of draft constitution. He had the rare gift of unraveling the most complicated legal concepts in the language which the layman understood. Dr. Ambedkar, aided by the identifiable constitutional advisor B.N. Raju, B.N. Rao, performed this task mathematically. Dr. Ambedkar had a clear prescription of mutually of the three pillars of state, the legislative, the executive, and the judiciary. He realized that the jurisdiction of each should be clear and untrammeled. At the same time, he had a sense of importance of the role of a citizen. The following observation he made significant. The Constitution is a fundamental document. It is a document which defines the position and power of three organs of the state: the executive, the judiciary, and the legislature. It also defines the powers of the executive and the powers of the legislature as against the citizens. As we have done in our chapter dealing with the fundamental rights, in fact, the purpose of the Constitution is not merely to create the organs of the state but to limit their authority. Because if no limitation was imposed upon the authority of the organs, there will be complete training and complete oppression. Dear students, you know that as I told you about that Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, he was a virtuous leader. And also he was participated in 14th Amendment of US, and also he was influenced by the Mahatma Phule and Mahatma Gandhi's life. And also he was elected as a Bombay Assembly, Legislative Assembly. He gave so many seminars regarding that Bombay Assembly. That he was a person, he was a great personality of this India. He sacrificed his life for the sake of depressed and suppressed peoples. Let us we are going to see that how he was going to elected as a draft committee chairman. Soon the constituent Assembly in India afforded Dr. Ambedkar the opportunity to give the most notable and permanent shape to his social philosophy and to his undying faith in the dignity of human beings. Here, in our Indian Constitution, Dr. Ambedkar get an opportunity to give the most notable and permanent shape to his social philosophy. For the sake of development of our country or our India, the social philosophy is also very important here. So that Ambedkar gave a good opportunity to give a shape to this social philosophy. And to his undying faith in the dignity of human beings, Baba Sahib was not in the Congress, but he must be set to the credit of the frightful and objective leadership of Indian National Congress that is requested Dr. Ambedkar to serve on the drafting committee of the Constituent Assembly and made him its chairman. Yes, here Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, he was elected as the chairman of the drafting committee. As a chairman of drafting committee, Dr. Ambedkar anticipated every conceivable requirement of the new polity. Yes, as a chairman of the drafting committee, B.R. Ambedkar, he was giving anticipated a very conceivable requirement of the new polity. He gave an opportunity that drawing from the examples and experience of other nations. He get examples and experience from other nations' constitutions. Being a draft committee chairman, he was getting knowledge from the other experienced constitutions and also examples and experience of other nations. So the needs of our society, he raised brick to brick and magnificent edifice which now stands as the fundamental rights in the Constitution of our India. He emphasized about the fundamental rights and duties of our Indian Constitution. So how can people get fundamental rights and duties from the Constitution? Evidence which now stands in the fundamental rights in the Constitution of India. There were of course the other luminaries of the committee like Alani Krishnaswamy Iyer, K.M. Munshi and N. Gopalaswamy Iyengar, who also made a crucial contribution to the process of constitution making. With the help of other members, B.R. Ambedkar, he was also making our constitution, right? He was also effectively making that constitution of our India. The other people's name like this, Alani Krishnaswamy Iyer, you know that another very important members of this with the help of these members, Ambedkar want to construct a new constitution. That is Alani Krishnaswamy Iyer, K.M. Munshi and N. Gopalaswamy Iyengar, who also made mutual contributions to this the process of constitutions. So that making, but if there is one person who will be remembered as the pilot of the various provisions of the Indian Constitution. The Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, he got so many ideas from the other Indian constitutions, other nations' constitutions. He get more knowledge from other nations' constitutions. It will surely be Dr. Ambedkar. It devolved on Dr. Ambedkar to explain with a combination of fact and frankness and utmost patience. The meaning of scope of the different provisions of the draft constitutions, he had the rare gift to the unrevealing the most complicated legal concepts in the language, which the layman understood. Dr. Ambedkar, aided by the identifiable constitutional advisor B.N. Rao, performed the task successfully. Dr. Ambedkar had a clear preparation of the mutuality of the three pillars of state. Here, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, he wanted to give an explain or describe about the three pillars, very important three pillars of our country. So, which are the three important pillars of state? That is the legislative, the executive, and the judiciary. These are all the three important the pillars of the state. According to Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, he wanted to give an explanation about the three main pillars of our state. The main three pillars of our states are the executive, judiciary, and also legislative. So these are the three main three pillars of the state: the legislative, the executive, and the judiciary. He realized that the jurisdiction of each should be clear and untrammeled. At the same time, he had a sense of the importance of the role of citizens. Most of that, he wanted to say that importance of the three pillars of a state, and as he told about the importance of our Indian or citizens. The following observation to make is significant. The Constitution is a fundamental document. It is a document which defines the position and powers of three organs of the state. Here, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, we want to explain about what is Constitution. Constitution is a fundamental document of our country. It is the main document of our India. It is a document which defines the position and power of the state. The Constitution, it is a written document. It defines the powers and also the position of the country or three organs of the state. As I told you, the legislative, the judiciary, and executive. These are all the three organs of the state. The Constitution, it defines about the three organs, that legislative and executive and judiciary. It confirms, it shows the powers and positions of the state. He realized that jurisdiction of each should be clear and terminated. At the same time, he had a sense of importance of the role of citizens. The following observation he made the significant that the Constitution is a fundamental document. As I told you, that the Constitution is a fundamental document. It is a document which defines the position and the powers of three organs. What I told you, the three organs are very important pillars of state. The judiciary and the legislature, it also defines the powers of the executive and the powers of legislative as against the citizens. You know that among three organs, the judiciary is the main important organ. It makes a watch about the judiciary makes a fundamental, that is a significance act. It goes to observe that functions of the legislative and also executive. It also defines the powers of the executive and powers of the legislative as against the citizens, as we have done in our chapter dealing with the fundamental rights. In fact, the purpose of the Constitution is not merely to create the organs of the state, but to limit their authority. There is also limit of their authority. If not limitations was imposed upon the authority of the organs, there will be complete tyranny tyranny and complete oppression. So like this, Jawaharlal Nehru chose Dr. Ambedkar to the first law minister of independent India. Again, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar got a good opportunity of our country. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, he got a good opportunity of our country. How? That the first Prime Minister of our India, he was elected Dr. B.R. Ambedkar as a first law minister of our India. So, Jawaharlal Nehru chose Dr. Ambedkar as the first law minister of independent India. There was a recognition of Dr. Ambedkar's skills in the field of law. Because Dr. B.R. Ambedkar is having such a skills in law of our country, legislation, and also a tribute to his vision to a social justice and a vision which he sought to be infused into the new Indian policy. Really, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar having the good opportunity to elected as a first law minister of our India, because he is having a skill in the law and legislatives. He got an opportunity to give a good policy for the sake of our India, and also social justice of India. We know that, dear students, about the social justice. Today we are going to struggle about that social justice. In our country or in our India, there is no social justice. So there is a discrimination in the social justice. So that Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, in that period also, when he was elected as a law minister, he was struggling for the sake of that social justice in our India. He is having a vision to sort out the influence to the Indian policy. But above all, this was a tribute to the success of Baba Saheb Ambedkar. This is a tribute to the success of Baba Saheb Ambedkar won champions and campaigns against social justice. Who would have dreamt and that one born to Mahar family would one day become not only a law minister but a lawmaker, and all they held as the modern Manu. Yes. So Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, he was not only a law minister but a lawmaker. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, he was not only a law minister but he was also a lawmaker of our India, and he held as the modern Manu. He was also called as a modern Manu of our India. See, dear students, Dr. Ambedkar is got a good opportunity. That is, he was selected or chosen by from Nehru. He was as the first law minister of India. Because he is having skills and also about the skills of law and legislation. He was having such opportunity to give a good service to our India. And also he was known about the social justice. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar very interested to give the people that social justice also very important to develop our country. And also Dr. Ambedkar, he was not only a law minister, he was a lawmaker of our India. Yes, Ambedkar, he made so many laws that which it was very essential for our India. And also we had the modern Manu. So he was Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, he was recognized as a modern Manu of our India. In the 4 decades and more since independence, much progress has been achieved in providing equality of opportunities in the people. Yes, as a Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, he gave an opportunity to the people as a equal justice, social justice, and also he was recording that achieved as providing equality of opportunities on the people. Members of the scheduled caste and find those which has been closed to term of country. Yes, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar as a law minister, he was elected that people, those who are that caste, so scheduled caste. People tribute to his success of Babasaheb Ambedkar. That is the 4 decades and more since independence and progress has been achieved. Provided equality, that he provided the equality and also opportunity in the people, members of the scheduled caste. Those here, Dr. Ambedkar, he gave an opportunity to the people, providing equality of opportunities. My dear students, we know actually that opportunities are gives equality. Equality is very important. Scheduled caste find those which had been closed to them for countries being opened. No legal base exists today for self-expression or self-advancement. They are enrolling themselves in selling institution of higher offices of state. Both of the people, they want to know that B.R. Ambedkar, he was given an opportunity of that equality, providing equality here. That no legal base exists today for self-expression or advancement. No legal base exists today for self-expression or self-advancement. Yes. Dr. Ambedkar, he gave an opportunity to express their own ideas, their expressions in the public field. In fact, that Mr. Ambedkar, they are enrolling themselves in the institutions of higher learning and entering public services. They have come to occupy high offices of state, both of the center and the states. Judges, ambassadors and governors have been drawn from their ranks and they have acquitted themselves credibly in all these positions and responsibilities. Yes. What we are going to talk about the opportunity of equality in all sectors, in all fields, there are people of our country having their own opportunity to continue the opportunity to get good jobs in our country. That you are getting a chance in the field of the ambassadors, judges, and also both of the officers of the occupy high officers of the state, both of the center and in the states. Judges, ambassadors, and governors have been drawn from their ranks and they have acquired themselves credibly in all these positions of responsibilities. Yes, in the state of the higher authority, the people having their own positions of responsibility, and yet much remains to be done on the social plan, and the annual reports of the commissioners for scheduled castes and scheduled tribes to survival violation of the law and survival instance were not withstanding the statute book. Members of the scheduled caste have been determinated against Baba Sahib Ambedkar's work will be truly complete only when social determination is completely eliminated from our society. Yes, there is a remaining work done by the social plan and the annual reports of the commissioners of scheduled caste and scheduled tribes leads to survival that violation of the law under several instances. There is a violations of the law. So many instances given by in our India that scheduled castes have been discriminated against. Baba Sahib Ambedkar work will be truly complete only which social discrimination completely eliminated from the society. Yes, here we are going to know that Dr. Ambedkar was eliminated the social injustice, that is the discrimination of when social discrimination. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, he was completely eliminated this social discrimination from the society. So that here we are going to know that Baba Sahib Ambedkar always stressed the importance of constitutional methods of achieve social objectives. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar always want to emphasize, is stressed about the constitutional methods, that is the importance of constitutional methods of achieve the social justice. Dr. Ambedkar, he want to achieve the social justice, the survival of social objectives. In an interesting observation, he once declared the methods of disobediences, non-cooperation and satyagraha as the grammar of anarchy. The observation assumes importance in the context of public action in free India. It is one thing to utilize these methods in a struggle against the allied power. The right to rebellion of recognized against the government without people's constant, be it allied or national dictatorship, but not in a democracy based on free and fair elections, misdirected and knowledge. Such animations invariably result in the loss of lives and public property. See, here Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, again you want to make a impress about that the thing is the social justice, fundamental rights and duties of our country, and also how it was giving that social justice in our India, and also he was struggling against the allied powers, which was allied powers, and also he was gave the importance of the constitutional methods of achieve the social objectives. So achieving the social objectives are very important in our country also. Like that, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, that is how that the people, the how the people that they were interested to interested that how the Ambedkar he was a good achiever of our India. So that social justice is very important. Social justice, and also how that people they like Dr. Ambedkar as money. Sorry, the people like that. How that people they were very interested regarding the making the constitutional laws. That he was very interested. How that Ambedkar he was very interested to do that all those things. Really, my dear students, today we are going to remember that Dr. B.R. Ambedkar he was called as a Manu of our country. So because he was very eager to develop our country in the field of caste, that law and legislature, and that whatever called judiciary and executive. First he was elected as a law minister. He was having such a skill. So that purpose, Nehru he want to elect this Ambedkar as the first law minister. The Dr. B.R. Ambedkar he was having so many opportunities to develop our country. You know that he gave a laws and rules about that SC/ST peoples, scheduled caste and scheduled that so that sorry Dr. B.R. Ambedkar he was a great personality having our country. He was an unforgettable personality that you are going to know that really our country gave a good that Ambedkar he gave a contribution to this our country. He was an unforgettable personality. Today we the people of India, we are going to remember this personality. He was having a good such personality. He gave a good opportunity to sacrifice his life for the sake of our country. As a law minister, he says that Ambedkar, there are three main important pillars of our state, that is legislative and executive and also judiciaries. And also he stressed about the scheduled caste and scheduled tribes people's development. He made a law. He was a lawmaker also. He made a good opportunity to develop our country. He was a law minister, as a law minister. And also he was also struggled for the sake of depressed people in our country. Depressed peoples in our country. Yes, I told you here in this lesson there are so many new words are coming here. That is virtuous. Virtuous means very eager for knowledge. Very eager for knowledge means Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, when he was a student, he was very eager to read the books and very eager to know the knowledge, or he was very eager to gain the knowledge. This is virtuous. Consume, that is conscious means think, and edifies. Edifies means that sister that edifies. Devolve means pass to somebody. Devolve means pass to somebody. Oppression means bad rule. Oppression means bad rule. And also identifiable. So never give up. Never give up. Like this, there are so many new words are coming here. So So you are going to try to use these few words in your own sentences. My dear students, we know that these are all the new words we are going to use this. In this that what you call the new words are used in this lesson. Let us do our come to homework here. The homework assignment means you take down now. There are four important questions are given. One is, what was the greatest thrust of Ambedkar as a student? What was the greatest thrust of Ambedkar as a student? As I told you, as a student, dear Ambedkar is having a great knowledge, or he was very eager to gain the knowledge from the books. Always he want to read the books also. Why did Nehru choose Ambedkar as the law minister? As I told you, that law minister is our first Prime Minister of our India. Nehru chose Mr. Ambedkar as a law minister because Dr. B.R. Ambedkar having such a knowledge regarding this law. He was also a skill of law and he was a lawmaker. So that Nehru he chose this Ambedkar as a law minister. You know that next one is, how did Dr. Ambedkar and Mahatma Gandhi try to wipe out caste discrimination from India? You know that, as I told you, that Mahatma Gandhi and also Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, both they are going to make in our India from the depressed peoples, the suffering of depressed and suppressed peoples. That what you call Harijans also, the people, those who are suffering, those who are depressed in our country, they have want to make a chance to make the Ambedkar and also Mahatma Gandhi make a discrimination. They want to struggle against the discrimination of India. And how did the 14th Amendment of US Constitution influence Ambedkar? When Ambedkar he went to that US, then he want to know that the US make that 14th Amendment in the country. Then Gandhiji he remembered that our country, how the people they were also which it was very necessary for the amend the Constitution of our India. My dear students, like this, in this lesson, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, the great personality of our India, we are going to make a very great opportunity that Ambedkar had so many opportunities to develop our country, so to develop our country. You know that our India, our country, it is an unforgettable personality. That what you are going to know about this personality, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. So today, my dear students, today we are going to know that you are going to know that all those questions we are getting here, that you are going to know that Ambedkar, this is the first question, and also this is the second question, and also this is the third question. Fourth questions are very important for the sake of examination. So here in this lesson, that maybe you are going to get 3 to 4 marks for the sake of examination. So 3 to 4 marks from this lesson. Anyhow, my dear students, today we are going to know that Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, he was a great personality of our country, and he was having such opportunity to develop our country as a law minister, and also he want to emphasize about the three articles, that three important pillars of our state, that is legislative and also the executive and also judiciary. Students, see again I want to show this picture. This personality is Mr. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. He was a very good personality that you are going to remember today in your country. So that in this class that you are going to know that Dr. B.R. Ambedkar as a law minister, as a chairman of DOT committee, and also today what you are going to know that our constitution and also duties and the rights of our citizens, how that Mahatma Gandhi ji and also that Ambedkar, how they want to struggle in the development of the scheduled caste and scheduled tribe people's developments. Anyhow, the students today we did not forget this personality today itself. So let us we are going to stop this lesson here. In the next class we are going to discuss about the Ambedkar. Thank you very much.